In this session of endocrinology and reproduction topic, in this session we are going to study about the neurohormones, which are nothing but the hypothalamic releasing factors, and we are also going to study the functions of these neurohormones. And the learning objectives of this chapter is to study the types of neurohormones, to understand the nature of the function of those hormones, and to study the disorders caused due to the abnormal secretion of those particular hormones. Now, session outcomes for this chapter are the student will be able to understand the types of neurohormones, and they will be able to understand the functions of those particular hormones and the disorders which are caused due to the abnormal secretion of those hormones. The hypothalamic releasing hormones, or neurohormones in general, they are chemical messenger molecules. So we know that hormones are nothing but chemical messengers, and the special thing about this particular neurohormones is they are released by the neurons. And like many other hormones, or like any other hormone, they enter into the bloodstream. They are directly released into the bloodstream of the body. And these releasing hormones have the main function to control the secretion of other hormones. These hormones do not have any direct physiological role. Actually, they control the secretion of other hormones, which in turn will have their own functions. And they are also called liberins because they control the liberation or secretion of other hormones. And the target organs, every hormone has a target organ, and target organs for these neurohormones are nothing but the other endocrine glands. Now, hypothalamus, this is part of the brain which secretes the regulating hormones or neurohormones, and this hypothalamus links the nervous system, that is brain, to the endocrine system via pituitary gland. So pituitary gland is a very important gland which is controlled by the brain, which controls the other part of the body. So like this, neurohormones are the ones which play the important role in the control of all the functions of the human body through the release of many hormones. Now, the neurohormones released by the hypothalamus stimulate or inhibit the secretion of the hormones from the pituitary gland. And following are some of the, not some, they are the main releasing hormones which are secreted by the hypothalamus part of the brain. They are thyrotropin releasing hormone, corticotropic corticotropin releasing hormone CRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH, and growth hormone releasing hormone. Thyrotropin releasing hormone TRH. Now the name itself suggests its function. This is a hypophysiotropic hormone. It is secreted by the neurons of the hypothalamus part like any other neurohormone, and its main function includes the stimulation of the thyroid stimulating hormone. I mean, it stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, and also the prolactin hormone. So TRH, thyrotropin releasing hormone, stimulates the pituitary gland, and pituitary gland in turn secretes TSH hormone. So like this, the secretion of TSH is controlled by TRH. So TRH is synthesized within the PVN, paraventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus part of the brain. Then The second important hormone, neurohormone, is corticotropin releasing hormone, CRH. It is a peptide hormone, and it is involved in the stress response because this hormone controls the secretion of adrenocorticotropic hormone from the pituitary. And we know that adrenocorticotropic hormone secretes cortisol, glucocorticoids, and mineralocorticoids, which are involved in stress response. The hormones like noradrenaline, etc., are controlled by ACTH, and this ACTH is controlled by this CRH. So, therefore, any change in the CRH production will affect the functions controlled by the ACTH hormone. Then, gonadotropin releasing hormone, as the name suggests, this particular hormone will control the release of gonadotropic hormones like follicle stimulating hormone FSH and luteinizing hormone LH from the pituitary. So FSH and LH are very important hormones which further control the gonads and the gonads secretions, I mean the sex hormones. So gonadotropin releasing hormones are the ones which control the reproduction process in the body. And this hormone is secreted in very low quantity in the childhood, and it is secreted in more quantity in the adolescence. So since this hormone is associated with reproduction, so this is how the quantity changes according to the age. And another important releasing hormone is growth hormone releasing hormone, GHRH. This is also known as somatocrinin hormone, and it stimulates the secretion of growth hormone from the pituitary. And any abnormality in the production of this hormone will affect the height of the person because it affects the secretion of growth hormone. Then there is another category of hormones called neurohormones of neurohypophysis. Pituitary gland is made up of two parts. One is adenohypophysis, which is called anterior pituitary, and neurohypophysis, that is posterior pituitary. Now posterior pituitary is made up of nervous tissue, and the neurohypophysis part, which is made up of nerve cells, it secretes two hormones, oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone, ADH. Oxytocin is responsible for smooth muscle contraction. It controls the smooth muscles of the body. Now, it plays a very important role at the time of parturition, at the time of giving birth to the child. So it helps in pushing the baby out of the uterus at the time of parturition. It contracts, it helps in the contraction of smooth muscles. And this hormone is also helpful in the ejection of milk from the mammary gland after the birth of the baby. So that is how the oxytocin, which is also commonly called as childbirth hormone. Then another hormone is antidiuretic hormone, and this is also called vasopressin. This vasopressin is involved in osmoregulation in the body or water balance in the body, and this hormone is responsible for the amount of water that is uh, excreted in the form of urine. So this actually controls the amount of water that goes out of the body through the urine. So that is the function of ADH. And in this session, we studied the neurohormones secreted by the hypothalamus, and all the neurohormones are actually they are releasing hormones which control the release of hormones from the pituitary gland. And oxytocin and antidiuretic hormones, which are secreted by the neurohypophysis, they have their own function. So in the next part, we have multiple choice questions. The students are advised to attend those questions. Thank you.